From the Big Heavy World Studios in Burlington, Vermont, this is The Anything Show with John Francois. I hope you know what you're in for.
Yo, Happy New Year! On behalf of me, John Francois, and my co-host, Main Squeeze Mary, we'd love to thank you for a great 2020 for The Anything Show, and we think that 2021 is gonna see some great things for us. As always, you can find us on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio. We just got on Stitcher. We just got on TuneIn. You can also find us on Google, Overcast, CastBox. I mean, we're pretty much wherever you get your podcasts, because we're just that annoying. You love us, don't you? This week is going to be a little bit different. Usually we have our headlines and celebrity gossip and viral videos. The source where I usually get that kind of content from, they're on a break because, it's been the holiday season. Well-deserved break. So in substitute, we're going to have a special conversation, and we're going to feature me and Mary on someone else's podcast. So how about that? First up, in terms of that special conversation, it was one that I had with Callum McGuigan, who is the community founder of the new Shape and Foster Lifestyle Development Program. Check them out, shapeandfoster.com. They have a fantastic 12-month program that'll get you better with mental health, fitness, nutrition, etc. So without further ado, here's my conversation with Callum. Hey, this is The Anything Show. I'm John Francois, and I'm here with a special guest, Callum McGuigan, right? Did I pronounce that?
Absolutely. Nailed it. You nailed it better than 99% of people. So good start.
Yeah, I usually screw up with last names, but I guess today's my lucky day. Callum is the founder of the lifestyle development project, Shape and Foster. This is a really exciting thing that Callum has developed. Callum, how you doing, man?
Doing really well, man. Excited to be here. We've been in contact, John, for about 2.5, 3 months. So it's nice to finally actually get an opportunity to have this conversation.
Absolutely. Yeah, I feel like it was a billion years ago when really it was
But, exactly.
But, with the COVID-19 pandemic, every day seems longer than it should be. So, but before we start, a wellness check. How have you been doing during the pandemic?
Thank you for asking. That's very kind for you asking. Yeah, I've been doing well. Obviously, there's been tough days. I mean, everyone's had tough days. Like, I don't know if you've been the same, but like I've never ran in my life. I'm not a big runner. I like running for like sport. I played rugby and all the rest of it. But I'm like one of these guys out there or people out there that have taken up running through COVID. There's been like a massive spike, and like we all stand out on the roads because we have a terrible running style. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like I can say it because I'm that guy, and like I'm walking down the street and I see some other guy running, and I'm like, he didn't run before COVID. You can just tell by the style, and that's me. So running has definitely kept me in check. It's good to get out of the house, just like clear the head, listen to some music, listen to a podcast, have some time yourself, all of that sort of good stuff. But yeah, man, I've been doing as well as I possibly could, to be honest. Pretty fortunate.
Yeah, so I'm based in Vermont here in the United States, and Callum is based. I believe you're based in Toronto, Canada.
Exactly. Yep, that's true.
How's COVID going there?
It's I mean it's just same as everywhere, right? It's it's up and down. You're told one thing, and then 3 days later the goalposts are shifted and everything's changed. Right? You know what I mean? It's like, okay, so bars and restaurants are back open, and then 2 weeks later bars and restaurants are closed.
Yeah.
Gyms are back open, and then gyms are closed. And I think we're all simultaneously like geography unless you live in New Zealand, where the whole world is kind of going through the same thing at the same time. It's very stop-start, isn't it?
Yeah. So with COVID obviously affecting social activity, even the workforce, that gives people plenty of time, and they can either choose to use that time beneficially, or maybe use that time to kind of, slug on the couch and be sort of bluesy and low about life. Understandable. But that's kind of the value of where Shape and Foster comes in. Can you explain what Shape and Foster is?
Yeah, so Shape and Foster is a lifestyle development app. It's also available in web browsers. So essentially, you pay for a membership, and in turn, you're taken on a 12-month journey of lifestyle development from 6 experts, each of who have curated courses specifically for Shape and Foster. The 6 experts are in areas that I deem like important to a healthy heart and a healthy mind. We have a fitness expert, a nutritionist, a mental health professional, a life coach, a financial expert, and a yoga instructor. And every 30 days, new course material becomes available in the app for you, and all content is essentially consumed via video. So you've basically got 15 to 20 minutes of video from each of the experts to consume every single month. So if you can give up 2 to 3 hours a month of your time, spend 2 to 3 hours a month less on Instagram to actually learn from people that are going to benefit you and take you on this development journey, then that's really what Shape and Foster is all about, and that's where the benefit will come in for you. The kind of key term that we're going with is actionable insight. A member is going to get opened up to knowledge, that can impact their life and help them form habits, but it's going to be done at a kind of slower pace. This is not a be your best self in 20 days. It's not that sort of thing. It's a slower paced course that should ensure longer lasting results.
And you know what? Great that it's a slow pace, because why not? We clearly have time during this pandemic. It's not like it's going anywhere anytime soon. So the more time that we have, the better. Can you tell me a little bit about each expert and what significantly they can provide in their area of expertise?
Yeah, totally. So, essentially, if you look at, I'll take you through a few. So essentially, every month, every expert, their month one starts at the very beginning of like their kind of professional expertise. So it's a very holistic journey. So finance, for example, in month one, you'll learn about understanding your money mindset. And money mindset can come from how your parents treated money. Was there scarcity around money? Like, was it not talked about in the house? And how that potentially had an effect on you. So that's the very start of your kind of financial journey, albeit you probably weren't even really knowledgeable to it at the time that was forming a relationship with money, how your parents dealt with it. And then in month 12, it takes you to like investing. So it really is a holistic journey. It's to start at the very start and then it ends at the very end of like finance. Finance, we look at getting financially fit, managing debt, investing, home purchases. Fitness, there's lots of new workouts. Nutrition, we look at small changes you can make to simplify your diet. Easy recipes, fridge staples, digestion. Mental health, we look at like a life balance audit, the mind-body connection, the why and how of your emotions. Life coach looks at things like mindset, essence versus survival, working through self-sabotage. Yoga, there's live bi-weekly classes. So every single professional has created a 12-month journey that is unique to Shape and Foster, and each one of them is very holistic. It's really starting you at the very start of their professional expertise and taking you right through on a 12-month journey.
Okay. So I guess we can go through some of the. Well, let's go through each of the 6 of the 6 areas of expertise that Shape and Foster provide, and I'll use myself as an example. So starting with mental health, like. I'm someone that struggles with negative overthinking, and I've been going to therapy for a while, and actually having a conversation about exploring medication like antidepressants.
Okay.
So if I wanted to reach out to Shape and Foster to better myself in the mental health area, how would you work with me in that area?
So I think that kind of what you're kind of asking is, are programs like unique to the member essentially? And they're not unique to the member. So every member goes through the exact same content. If we have 1,000 members, they couldn't all have one-on-one time with a mental health professional. We simply can't fund that as a startup. So the way it's been done is we've created these videos and this content for you to go on this journey ahead of time. So the mental health professional is a lady called Tanya De Silva. She's the director of Behaviour Matters in Toronto, Ontario, and she's created this program that comes with a worksheet. that you can that you go through, and her month one is like the why and how of your emotions, like understanding your emotions better. Why do you get angry? Why do you get sad? Using things like she talks about things like the drill down method, which is something I've never heard of before. So when you get upset about something, often the reason that is kind of tipped you over the edge, the reason that you're upset, is really just the surface level, and you actually have to dig deeper and ask yourself a second time, well, am I really upset because of that? And then ask yourself a third time, a fourth time, a fifth time. And if you drill down, when you get to that fifth time of like, why did I kind of kick off there? What got my back up? What upset me? More often than not, the real reason is not that surface level that kind of tipped you over the edge, that you thought you were upset about something. So there's lots of little techniques that you'll learn to better improve like your mental wellness and to work through like anxiety and stuff like that. But it's all done in a very process, systematic fashion. So you watch like the month 1 video, and then 30 days later you get access to the month 2 video, month 3, month 4. And it's all process driven. It takes you through this journey.
And for fitness, that aspect of the Shape and Foster Lifestyle Development Program. I mean, I like the idea of working out, but my issue is that I lack motivation when I actually like get to using. So, for someone like myself who wants to, get into that workout regimen, but just stares at like a barbell, and it's just like, oh God, what do I do? How do I start? Like, am I doing something? Like, how can Shape and Foster?
Yeah. So the workouts, our athletic trainer is called Ty McDonald.
Yeah.
He's also in Toronto, Ontario. He actually was a basketball player in NCAA. So he's got like great pedigree as far as like understanding workouts and stuff. So he puts in video workouts for you to follow every single month. As far as like that, getting yourself motivated to do it, a massive part of the app is actually the community that is kind of built around. So I know it might kind of seem a little bit kind of like cheesy and cliche, but you'd be surprised. Like if you were to post one of Ty's workouts, like someone posted the other day, just completed this workout, and they've got strangers saying like, well done, like giving them a cheers. A like is called a cheers, like giving them a cheers. So there's a community aspect to it that you can kind of show vulnerability and say, I've just done this workout, or I've just cooked this meal, take a photo of it, you share it in the group, in the community, and you get people saying like, well done, giving you a pat in the back, which does go like a ways. The app has like no ads or no algorithms. So everyone inside the app, they're all there for the same thing. They're all there to try and better themselves. And a part of that has really created this positive community.
All right. And if you're just joining us, I'm with Callum McGuigan, right?
Yep, nailed it again. 2 for 2, 2 for 2.
Yeah, the founder of the Shape and Foster Lifestyle Development Program. They have a fantastic website, a fantastic app that I downloaded that gets you through the 6 steps towards a great lifestyle development. We went through 2 of them so far: mental health and fitness, nutrition. Now, Callum, I do not exactly have the greatest cooking talents, and I struggle to set aside time.
I'm exact same, man. I'm exact same. Oh, so, buddy, yeah.
How would Shape and Foster help with that? Because, for someone like me that cannot cook and cannot make the effort, time, and energy, often I'll get towards like unhealthy takeout, and that can affect my mood. So, for people, how do you set aside a healthy nutritionist diet?
Right. So, I mean, we have the nutritionist is Jazz Tupac. She's from Vancouver, BC. She has created lots of like videos on like tips, like how to like essential like pantry staples, fridge staples, substitutes you can make that can simply healthify your life, for lack of a better word. Little tips about like how using like having a smoothie for breakfast is such an important kind of meal exchange. Fruit is something that like I don't get into my diet a lot. I don't eat a lot of fruit. There was a study in Australia. They did a study in a high school in Australia, and they had fruit like sitting there that wasn't getting taken at lunches essentially, and then they made smoothies an option. And because smoothies were an option, there was a 45% increase in the kids that were started to have smoothies as a meal at breakfast rather than just like taking fruit. So smoothies is an easy way to get fruit into your diet. That's the sort of thing that Jazz will touch on. It's really just lots of hints and tips that you can easily kind of put into your diet, and why it's a good idea to do so. There's also like the opportunity in the app, like if you had questions for like Jazz about nutrition, for example, as the expert, you can text her in the app. You can sort of like create like a post of some nature. She'll respond to it. You can ask her questions. We have live Q&As. She'll respond. She'll be there. You can ask her questions. So you can have access to these experts for your own kind of information that you're looking for. We're only kind of looking for like a one sentence like response, or like a quick kind of back and forward. Like somebody said to me, if I wanted like financial advice from my bank, I would get locked into like a 1 hour meeting and they'd try and upsell me on everything. Like, whereas here in the app, you have like a financial expert, for example, you can ask that one question to, like, can you break down mortgage rates for me? Like, how exactly does this work? And she'll get back to you, sort of thing. So you have Jazz, like as nutrition, you have that kind of option. You can ask like her how to incorporate some of her recipes into your life. But listen, I'm the same, man. Nutrition's my weakness. Like, I'm from Glasgow. Glasgow is the heart disease capital of Europe. There's a reason for that, because we love fried food. Like, you probably know, like, it's well documented, like the deep fried Mars bar, like in Glasgow invented like the deep fried Mars bar. Like, does it get any worse than that?
Probably
like
not.
We love our fish and chips, like we love our steak pies, like, and as a consequence of that, like, there's a lot of heart disease in Glasgow. And similar to that, like, just growing up, like, there's a lack of education around nutrition. So nutrition for me is something that I'm going to be working on massively in 2021. I've never really fully had my grasp on it. I like the food that tastes great but is bad for you. I love my chicken wings. I love my fries and gravy, my burgers, my pizza. I had pizza last night. Like, I need to work on this. Nutrition's a big thing I need to work on. Important to note that as the community founder, I'm in no way pretending that I'm a guy that's got it all worked out. I'm not fucking Tony Robbins. Like, I'm not pretending I am. I'm still going through a kind of bit of a development journey myself. I just know that there's lots of other people that need to work at it proactively as well.
Yeah. And, look, you're a runner, Callum, so I don't blame you for a voracious, big appetite. I mean, I've ran a lot myself during COVID, so we're spending a lot of time burning the calories. Then sometimes it's not a bad idea to pack them on, because we're going to burn them off.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's motivation, right? It's motivation to go out for another run, I guess.
Yeah. So we're talking, mental health, fitness, nutrition. These are just some of the valuable things that you can gain from the Shape and Foster Lifestyle Development Program. Of course, we mentioned finance, I'm guessing that is tethered toward learning how to save your money, maybe invest in your money.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
I'm a semi-reckless, impulsive spender.
Right. Yeah.
Like social activities, food, everything, because my philosophy, Callum, is, hey, if it makes me happy and if I have the money that I worked hard for, then whatever.
I think that's like a good attitude. Like, I'm not opposed to that. But like, as the financial expert we have is Shinobu Hindert. She's in San Diego, California. She's actually from New Jersey, but now lives in San Diego. Her story is actually pretty crazy. So her mum is Japanese. Her dad is from Kenya. They're both immigrants to the United States. And from a very young age, they included her in all like financial decisions. Like, she was part of the conversation. She says it was like really intense, but funnily enough, like, she went on to become like a financial educator and a financial planner. And lots of the experts we have, like, their upbringing has actually had a massive. There's an obvious relationship between what they went through personally in their youth and their teenage years and what they've become professionally. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, she talks about like getting financially fit, managing debt, investing, home purchases. She's full of awesome insight, Shinobu. She's really, really great, and she's got lots of good intel there that again you can kind of incorporate, you can learn from. Because one thing about finance, at least for me, it's kind of grey. It's kind of a bit boring, and it's like it's a bit stuffy, and it's like it's hard to kind of to learn and wrap your head around. I think she breaks it down really well, and she makes it quite enjoyable to learn about as well.
Yeah, and we also have great things like life coaching and yoga included in the Shape for Lifestyle Development Program. Can you explain what life coaching is? I've never quite.
So our life coach is Christina Rowland. She's in Washington D.C. A life coach is essentially the sort of person that is often appointed, and like you look for a life coach when like your life is essentially in like disarray, or like you're lacking direction.
Yeah.
So I wanted to have a life coach as part of Shape and Foster, because I thought, why not have a life coach proactively? Why not learn from a life coach before it kind of comes to that? So she talks about things like mindset, like the essence versus survival, and like working through self-sabotage. And she has lots of exercises. Like her month one video is very straightforward. She asks you to write down 10 things that if you could add into your life that you're not currently doing, that would make you happy. So you write down these 10 things, and it's simple things. Like for me, one of them was like, my parents are in Glasgow, so phone home more regularly, like phone home every second Sunday sort of thing. Switch my phone off like 6 o'clock at night, like simple sort of things, right? So you write down 10 things. You then put a kind of value between 1 to 10 next to them as to how good would these, how much of a benefit would these have on your life. And then you download an app, the Habit Tracker app. You put these into your Habit Tracker app, and you try and start to insert some of these into your life. So it's really just a life coach is really just a kind of proactive, somebody that can proactively kind of bring you forward and make you kind of think about things a little bit differently.
Yeah, and yoga. I mean, I'm excited. Your expert Morgan, who does, I believe, bi-weekly yoga classes. I think she has one coming up January 29th.
Yep, exactly. So she starts. So Morgan is you nailed it. I've got nothing else to add there. Bi-weekly yoga live on Zoom. and if you miss it, if you miss a yoga class or if you miss a live interview, they all get recorded in the app. So if you can't make it live, you actually create this bank of recordings in the app anyway that you can go back and view at any time.
Yeah. Hey, if you're just joining us on the Anything Show, I'm speaking with Callum McGuigan, who is the community founder of Shape and Foster, a fantastic 12-month lifestyle development program, and they really, give you what you need to know in terms of mental health, fitness, nutrition, finance, life coaching, yoga. I mean, is there a connection between the mental health program and the yoga program? Because I've heard some things about how yoga can benefit your mental health.
Yep, I believe it can. Yoga is actually kind of new to me as well. I'll be taking up yoga for the first time. I think I've done one class in my life. I did a yoga class outside like 4 or 5 years ago. I played rugby my whole life. I thought this would be a piece of cake, and it wasn't. I was like, oh my God, I was like hurting. I was sweating more than I ever sweated. So that was my one and only time of yoga. So yoga is going to be new for me in 2021 as well. But as far as I think really it can just I think yoga can essentially reduce anxiety. I've not like read completely into it, but there's definitely benefits to yoga and mental health for sure. Yeah.
I'm stuck on the nutrition part of the program. I mean, when I was looking through Jas Stubak's 10 Simple Steps to Impact Your Health, and especially the vegan curry recipe under $30. I mean, that had my ordering.
I actually made it. I made that, and I don't make a lot. I'm not great at making food, but I made that, and it was super simple. It did taste good, and it was healthy. So it was nice to know that I'd made something that was actually good for me, right? Like.
Now, so if someone wants to get into the Shape and Foster Lifestyle Development Program, do they have to go through all the 6 steps: mental health, fitness, nutrition, finance, life coaching? Do they have to go through all 6 steps, or are they allowed to like choose just one area?
If you wanted to choose one, you could choose one. So the way the membership works, it is a one size fits all. So you become a member of Shape and Foster, you have access to all 6 experts and all their programs. Every single individual program, every every individual expert course, you have to watch like month 1 to get access to month 2. You have to watch month 2 to all the videos are time stamped essentially. However, I mean, if you only wanted to learn from the mental health professional and life coach, you can only watch those videos. That's completely fine. What I think a lot of people are going to benefit from is that they're going to come for 1 or 2 things like that, but then they're going to leave with so much more, because they're actually going to be like, well, you know what, like I might as well learn a bit about finance. Like I have the access to it. I'll watch this video, and all of a sudden you're going to be like, shit, that was actually really informative. My wife actually, like, I know this is a kind of cliche, like car salesman sort of like story, but it's the God's honest truth, man. Like my wife actually said about 2 weeks ago, we're having dinner, and she was like, I did month 1 of Shinobu financial planning video. She's like, that was the one video that I wasn't really interested in. I don't care about finance, but she says she learned a bunch, and she thought that Shinobu delivered it really well. So I think there's going to be a lot of that.
And it's a 12-month program. I wonder what happens after the 12 months. Do you follow up with members? Do you sort of like set them free and allow like what that 12 months?
Yeah, no, totally. Good question. So what I'm going to do in probably June or July is I'm going to let the community decide. I'm going to put a poll out on the app, and I'm going to say, do you want to learn more from these people in year 2? Or do you want to learn like an advanced program, so to speak? Yeah. Or would you like to learn from completely different industries and different experts? And then if so, let's work out who that is together. And the thing about the community aspect is that the community will help shape like where it goes. Like they're going to really forge the next steps, because as it currently stands, I've only got the first 12 months planned, and the rest of time after that is going to be really fluid.
Okay. So, for those listening interested in improving in the areas of mental health, fitness, nutrition, finance, life coaching, yoga, they want to know how to get into the Shape and Foster lifestyle. Tell us how we get it.
Yeah, so get yourself to www.shapeandfoster.com. Everyone gets a free 14-day trial. So there's no risk whatsoever. Stick your head in, so to speak, have a look around, see what you think of it. If it's for you and you want to stay and become a member, the cost is $299 per year, or $29.99 a month. The annual plan is essentially 12 months for the price of 10. So there is a savings there, but everyone gets a 14-day free trial. I mean, we only want people that are active, well, not even active in the community, I shouldn't say that, but we only want people that are going to benefit from it. So that's why there's a 14-day trial. Like, I'm not trying to lure people in, and if it's not for them, tough luck. Like you've lost your investment of this. That's not what I'm all about. So come in, have a free scope of it, and if it's for you, then stick around, and hopefully it is. And I think it will be.
Awesome. And it's very fitting during these trying times. COVID-19 pandemic, obviously, I think it's affected a lot of people's well-being. So to have a program like this couldn't be better timing, where you can keep your lifestyle well developed and well healthy. So once again, it's Callum McGuigan, the founder of the Shape and Foster Lifestyle Development Program, shapeandfoster.com. Find the app on I believe you can go to your iPhone or Android, and you can just find the app easily.
Yeah, you can go to your iPhone or your Android. However, if you go to your iPhone, it actually costs 30% more, because Apple charges 30% more. It's brutal. So that's why I direct everyone to the website. If you go to the website, you get it for $299, and then you can download the app after, and you still sign in with the same sign in. So it's just a kind of nice little kind of workaround paying extra money through the iPhone.
All right, gotcha. www.shapeandfoster.com. Hey, Callum, it was a great pleasure speaking to you, and best of luck. Stay safe and healthy.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your time. Cheers, John.
Brian Sheehan is the host of the TV Trivia Podcast, and he was lovely enough to allow me and Main Squeeze Mary to be on his show to do some Office trivia. Yeah, NBC's The Office, which Mary is a super huge nerd of, and I have not watched in a few years, and you can tell by listening to this.
It's the Trivia Podcast where I ask you questions about stuff you might not even know, but you just might if you watch TV shows. Welcome to the TV Trivia Podcast, the podcast about TV trivia. I'm your host, Brian Sheehan, and in this episode, I will be asking questions from The Office, Season 4, Episodes 6 through 10. Our contestants today are John and Mary. Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Hello.
Can you tell people a little about yourself? John and Mary, you guys have a podcast of your own, right?
Yeah. It's called the Anything Show. Me and Mary, we just in our very quirky, witty, silly, risque way, we love to talk about fun trending headlines. We like to listen back to viral videos.
And not just Mary, it's Main Squeeze Mary, right?
That's right. Main Squeeze, freshly squeezed Mary, whatever you want.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, Mary. Do you want to be called Main Squeeze or Freshly Squeezed? Because I remember we were talking about a name change.
Main Squeeze is good.
I really like Main Squeeze Mary.
Yeah. Now, how did we come to Main Squeeze Mary? I don't know why.
Because I wanted it to be Main Biatch Mary.
Oh, yeah.
That's not viewer friendly.
Yeah. So I think it was Main Bitch Mary at first, but then we decided Main Squeeze Mary. It's more family friendly.
Yeah.
But and you know what? We've actually had listeners who thought that me and Mary were together because Main Squeeze apparently is slang for boyfriend and girlfriend. But
I didn't know that.
It's crazy. But anyway, yeah, we do headlines, viral videos, celebrity gossip. I think we've talked about sex way too much in our show, but whatever.
Much.
Yeah, we're in our 20s. That's all we think about and talk about anyway. So, yeah, but yeah, you can find us on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Overcast. We just got on Stitcher.
Awesome.
So billion podcast platforms, and we usually release episodes every Sunday.
Awesome. And really quick before we get in, and I know at least Mary was able to rewatch these episodes before we continue. Do you guys have a favorite Office moment before we get into Office trivia?
Mary's the ultimate Office.
Belle's Nickel Christmas. I think it's the best episode there. Definitely the most cringy episode is Scott's Tots.
Ooh.
But Belle's Nickel
man.
Christmas has to be my all-time favorite. I just love Dwight in that episode, and when he dresses up as Belschnickel and he's like reading a poem by a candle, it's just the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Which is saying a lot because, again, that's season 9. I've talked to many a person that has stopped after Steve Carell left season 7. So most people don't even make it that far.
Yeah.
It's so worth it, though. Like, even though Steve Carell's not there, there's no Michael anymore. Well, he does reappear in the last season. I mean, in the last episode. But it's so worth it. Like, there are some good and bad characters, but overall, it's still worth it. Honestly, only
I think
because
so,
of
too.
Dwight. Just because of Dwight. If Dwight wasn't there, I don't know.
John, a favorite moment?
Oh, well, first of all, I want to say that I was thinking of Scott's Tots, and a lot of people would say that's like a jump the shark moment for The Office, because I remember it being awkward. I think, I don't remember the details of it, but I know it was awkward. Oh, God, I'm conflicted between when Jim and Pam first kiss in like season 2 and the finale, like the series finale. Very touching and heartwarming, and really summed up why people like this show. But I'm going to go for Jim and Pam because I was all for their, will they, won't they storyline. And then when they finally got to the kiss part, it was just like, yay, I loved it.
First kiss, do you mean at the end of Casino Night when she was still engaged to Roy?
I believe so. It's that moment where there's nobody at the office. It's like on a weeknight and Jim just goes for it. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. And then she says no.
And then she says no. Wait, what? She rejected him?
Yeah,
They
because
do
she's
kiss, but
engaged.
she rejects him then because she's engaged, and that's the end of season 2. Season 3, Jim's in a different branch now. She now broke off her engagement to Roy.
Yeah.
But there's that scene when he comes back eventually, and the first time he asks Pam out, I tear up a little bit.
Yeah, oh my God, are you talking about the moment where Pam is like having a moment by herself with the camera, and then Jim just walks in and just like, hey, you want to go out? And then Pam,
yes,
you see ice water up or something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good moment. Yeah.
Oh man. But that finale too, I was ready to immediately start from episode 1, as soon as that finale ended.
Wow. Yeah, Steve Carell ended or left. I think I watched like maybe 2 or 3 episodes of season 8 and couldn't do it. But I had to come back for the finale because I just felt like, they were going to wrap it up pretty well. And they did.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
And they did. Well, I think it's time to get into trivia. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
I have 20 questions here, easy to hard, and then I have 18 actually bonus questions as well. Starting with question number 1 here. Karen is the regional manager of what branch?
Wait.
It's not Mifflin, is it?
No. Well, Dunder Mifflin, Utica.
Utica is the correct answer.
Okay, I had it like 95% right. I just forgot the Utica part.
Dunder Mifflin. It's all Dunder Mifflin. It's the branch of what branch of...
Utica branch, not Scranton. Sorry.
All right, another question to follow up with that here. Question number 2. What employee is saying they're leaving Scranton for Utica?
Stanley.
Jim? No, Stanley, because he wants to get now I remember, yeah.
It is Stanley. You are thinking of, again, the beginning of season 3. You didn't have a chance to rewatch these episodes, did you, John?
I watched them a few years ago, and I think my memory serves me okay-ish. I was thinking about when Jim left to go to Utica at first, but Stanley, yeah, okay.
You are correct. Yeah. In this certain range of episodes, Stanley is threatening to leave for more money.
Yeah, he wants a raise, and then he ends up staying at Scranton. Yeah,
Michael caught his bluff because he is some kind of genius.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I say crazy things. Question number 3. Pam, Oscar, and Toby are members of what club?
The Finer Things Club.
The Finer Things Club is correct.
Wow. So Mary 4, John 0, is that what we're doing right now?
Listen, you guys are working together here because, again, Mary watched these half an hour ago. She's going to dominate.
Okay. Well, let give me an opportunity to answer this next one, Mary. Just give me like 2 seconds.
All right.
Okay, all right. Question number 4. Dwight tackles Michael in the woods after Michael tries to eat what?
A deer?
Poison mushrooms.
Mushrooms. Mushrooms is the correct answer.
Oh, wait, the drug or the food?
Like wild mushrooms that you're not supposed to eat because they're poisonous.
Oh, wow. Okay. All
right. Well, we have 5 more easy questions here. John, see if you remember this one here. Question number 5. Jim and Daryl play what in the warehouse while their girlfriends watch from the side?
Come on, John.
Wait, they played what? Where?
What do they play?
Basketball?
It's while Pam and Kelly are watching.
While Pam and Kelly are watching. Jim and Daryl played what? They played foosball.
Oh, you're so close.
Oh,
you
soccer.
got the paddles.
The ping pong.
Yes.
They're playing the ping pong. The ping pong is correct.
The ping pong.
Okay. All right.
See, it's just because it's been years. Again, they do play basketball, and you are so right, but it's just not in these episodes,
Yeah. Harry, might as well take the next one.
Question number 6. During the deposition, Michael gets upset when what is entered as evidence? Jan's kind of on trial here. The lawyers have been involved.
Oh, his journal.
His journal / diary.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Alrighty.
you guys are 6 for 6 right now.
Yay! And it's because of me.
Because of me.
Whatever. All
All
right.
right. John, I think a lot of people know what I'm talking about here. This scene here, question number 7. When Michael and Jan start living together, what does Jan make in her workspace?
What does Jan make in her workspace?
Literally the easiest question.
What does Jan in her workspace?
She starts her own company, kind of making what?
Paper?
Candles.
Candles
Oh!
is correct.
Jan's candles. I remember that. Yeah.
Well, question number 8. What is the name of Jan's candle company?
Oh, well, it's not Jan's candles, obviously.
It's not Jan's Candles.
Serenity by Jan.
Serenity by Jan is correct.
I was close enough.
Okay.
Sells candles, so it would have made sense to call it Jan's candles.
Your last easy question, a scene that has always stuck out for me. Michael asks everyone in the office to set him up with somebody. What's the name of the hot and juicy redhead Kevin tries to set Michael up with?
Mary, can you give me like the clue of the first letter of this name of this
It's a
person?
restaurant.
It's a restaurant?
Hot and juicy redhead.
Like fast food.
Applebee's?
Fast food.
Wait. So wait, the name is a restaurant name? Is that what you said?
It's a fast food restaurant.
With a hot and
Chili?
juicy redhead.
Chili's.
Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Wendy's is correct.
Okay. All right.
I always like that scene.
What are we, 7 for 7 right now?
You guys are 9 for 9.
9 for 9.
We are almost halfway through, and we are at question 10, the start of the medium questions.
Oh, Jesus.
Boy.
Boy.
Another good one. Question number 10. Michael gets in trouble at the deposition after he makes what joke? What does he say that kind of gets him in trouble?
It's his signature joke.
Oh, that's what she said.
That's
Yeah.
what she said is correct.
I finally got one. All right. God.
Wait, did Jan tell you to say that? I'm sorry.
It's like, what?
Just making a joke. Another good scene here. The lawyers became confused when Michael's diary mentions another woman who is just as hot as Jan, but in a different way. Who are they referring to?
Phyllis.
No, what?
Amy.
It's not a woman.
Oh, it's not a woman, it's a man.
Who would Michael have a crush on?
Hottest in the office.
Jim.
Hottest in the office.
Jim.
Ryan.
Ryan is the correct answer.
Remember, Ryan got a Dundee for hottest in the office.
Oh, wow. Oh, I thought it would have been Jim.
No.
Nope. Michael has a thing for Ryan.
That is really odd.
It's the best thing ever.
But does Ryan have a thing for Michael?
No.
No.
Ryan doesn't have a thing for anyone. Ryan doesn't care about anyone.
That's true. Okay.
All right. 11 for 11. Question number 12. Michael's glass door is broken because Michael ran into it after thinking he heard what?
Oh.
At the dinner party, the glass door is broken. Jan explains that Michael ran into it because he thought he heard what outside?
The ice cream truck.
Correct.
Yeah. There you go, Mary. Take it home.
Oh, man.
Man, if we were actually competing against each other for like prizes and stuff, like I'm dominating you so bad. I would take all your money.
Oh, good. And I really thought Wikipedia summaries would work for me, but no, it's not.
No.
It's not working. These are very detailed questions, Brian. I love them.
I appreciate that. They will get more detailed in a second.
Yeah.
Question number 13. How many vasectomies has Michael had?
Wow.
3.
3 is correct.
I was going to say 18, but that would be painful if it was 18.
Do you have any idea the physical toll that 3 vasectomies has on a person?
Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap.
Yeah. God. So is that like each woman that he was with?
No, because Jan keeps changing her mind, like if she wants kids or not.
Oh, God. I don't know if she's worth it then.
Oh, wow.
That's exhausting. That's like getting your tubes tied 3 times, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine.
Yeah, horrible images that we've produced in our head right now. So,
Question number 14. Who does Jim put on Michael's dating cards that Michael actually eventually starts dating?
Ryan.
No.
Damn it. Jan or Amy?
Pam's mom.
Oh, what's her name?
Pam's mom.
Wait, what is her name? Hold on.
I don't think it's said during these episodes. Her name is Helene.
Yeah.
Her name is what? Colleen?
Helene.
Oh, Helene.
Yep. At this point, Michael doesn't start dating Pam's mom until after their wedding. So at this point, he just put that down as a joke, but it happens.
I'm sure Pam loved that.
She did not.
Very hostile.
Oh yeah.
Question number 15. 6 questions left here. How many families are there in the complex that Kevin wants to meet with?
10.
In the complex?
In the Dunder Mifflin building or something, there's like 5.
10? Is it any double digit number?
It is not a double digit number, but there's a certain number of families that they want to meet with. 4.
Families.
They kind of use, like Godfather terms. There's this many companies.
There's this many companies. They use Godfather terms.
They describe them as the families, but they're not actually families. They're companies.
They're companies. So you're asking us to describe or tell you how many
companies make up the complex.
How many companies make up the complex? Now, did I go higher or lower when I said 4?
Little low.
Low. 6.
The answer is 5. There's 5 families.
God.
Wait, so what are they? Because I'm confused by that question.
This was when they're trying to get their parking spaces back. And they have a meeting with the 5 families. It's Michael Scott, Bob Vance from Vance Refrigeration. It's a construction company and 2 others that I can't quite recall off the top of my head.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, I did do a little bad rephrasing in there. Not how many companies are in the building. There's more than 5, but I guess the 5 biggest ones, I guess. They say that there's 5 families you have to meet with to get anything done.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
All right. Still doing really good. Question number 16 here. Pam, who does Pam set Michael up with?
Her mom.
Her landlady.
Her landlady is correct. I'll give you a bonus point for her name.
Margaret.
Ooh, where did you pull that out of?
Well, Mary knows everything about The Office, of course.
Wait, is it not?
It is Margaret.
Okay. I was like, wait, I'm pretty sure it's Margaret.
Her landlady.
Oh, that Mary.
Wow. This puts you guys back at 100% then. You are now 16 for 16 again.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Wow.
4 questions left, all of them hard.
Great.
Question 17. Michael and Dwight get in trouble with the copier at Utica when trying to prank Karen. Michael says that if he doesn't make it, he wants Jim to do what?
To set the place on fire.
I think that was their original prank. Their original prank had to do with gasoline and stuff in the trunk of the car. And Jim said he would accompany them as long as they didn't set the building on fire.
Oh, okay. What do you got, Mary?
Michael says if he doesn't make it, he wants Jim to do what? Any thoughts?
I can't remember.
Kill somebody. Does it have to do with murder at all?
It doesn't. The answer is host the Dundies.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Wow.
If I don't make it, I want you to host the Dundies.
Yeah. And did Jim in fact host the Dundies?
He does not. No, not that I can think of.
That's a shame. He would have made a great host.
I think it would have gone well.
Yeah.
3 to go. Question number 18. At one point, Jim combines the birthdays for birthday month in the office. And Meredith asks for what cake?
A fruitcake?
No, it's an actual... I think it's an actual flavor.
Pineapple?
Not pineapple.
Oh, Mary looks like she clearly knows this answer.
no. I know what Creed wants. He wants his peach cobbler. But Meredith, she wants
Vanilla, strawberry shortcake. Am I getting close, Brian?
I mean, these are all flavors. You can keep on going there.
Chocolate. Well, there's like 50,000 flavors. I don't know. Chocolate. Is it like a really unique flavor or is it a very common, boring flavor?
I think it's unique. I don't know what this tastes like. But
Coconut.
I usually just stick to chocolate though. So
Coconut?
lemon.
the answer is devil's food cake.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Is that a flavor? Is that like red velvet or chocolate or something? Or is that a type of pastry?
I'm thinking of those little Debbie devil food snacks things.
I think I know what you're talking about. The cream in the middle, the swirlies.
Yeah. Something of that nature.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Meredith's got a little devil in her, so that makes sense.
Well, also referring to that episode right here, question 19. The day they celebrate everyone's birthday for birthday month is actually whose birthday?
Creed.
Creed is correct.
Why do they do that?
Again, it's been a while since I've seen these. But Jim
It's because Michael was gone on his camping trip, and Jim was in charge of like the cakes and everything, and so he figured like every year Michael gets, what was it, 13 birthday parties and 13 cakes, so he figured it would make more sense to just do one birthday party collectively per year.
Yeah.
And that does make a lot of people happy. They start rebelling and stuff, but the day they actually do it is Creed's birthday.
Okay. Interesting. Well,
Right.
lucky Creed. Sometimes I feel like he doesn't get as much luck as he deserves.
Well, no one knows it's Creed's birthday, and they don't actually get the cake he wants. So,
Wow, good to know. I could go for some peach cobbler right now. That sounds good right about now.
it is good. We are on our last question here. Question number 20. Right now, you are 17 out of 19. And question number 20. At the dinner party, Jan turns on Hunter's album. What's the name of his album?
Mary.
It is not said out loud. It's just printed on the album cover.
I don't know.
Rising from the Ashes.
He's definitely trying to be, I think, meta with his name.
Hunting with Hunter.
The answer is
Hunting Jan. I don't know.
the answer is The Hunted.
Ah. Okay. I know it has something to do with Hunt.
Yep. Hunter's album is called The Hunted. Just super corny. Definitely feels like he's trying too hard there. But guys, that is game score of 17 out of 20, which is really good. Congratulations.
Not too shabby.
Thank you. And of course, I did all the work.
Yeah, okay.
You definitely got one. At least
I got
one.
a joke. Give me some credit, Mary. 1 out of 19 isn't too bad.
It's going to be this bonus round that really all that Wikipedia knowledge is going to come into handy.
Good. So these questions are harder. They're getting easier.
No. They're just easy to hard questions again.
Oh, wonderful. All right, let's do it. Bonus round.
Hey, well, before we do the bonus round, again, because I'm going to cut these up into 2 episodes for me.
Sure.
Would you guys like to plug everything you guys have going on?
Yeah.
If you want, I mean.
Sure. I mean, I think, like I said, if you love, goofy trending headlines, viral videos, celebrity gossip, and me and Mary talking about our very filthy lives, then tune into The Anything Show every week. We usually post episodes on Sundays, and you can find it on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Google, wherever you get podcasts. I think the last episode I posted, a highlight of that, Mary, didn't you have like some kind of dirty conversation with a guy like in the summertime? Or no, he was trying to have like a dirty conversation with you. And he said something about like his thing is like built like a TV remote. Do you know what I'm talking about? Or you know what I'm talking about?
And I was like, who compares that to a TV remote? Like I've literally never heard that comparison before. And I was just like, I was so done with it. Like I went off. I'm just like, who even are you? Yeah, and then I made really bad jokes. Yeah, it was, I kind of insulted him, but he deserved it.
I bet. Now, I don't know how family friendly your show is, Brian, but that's a highlight from the recent episode that we posted, which is a rerun from the summer since we had to, kind of take a Christmas break. But I think coming up, we have this trivia segment that we're going to feature on our show, and I'll have a conversation with this guy named Callum McGuigan, who is a very wonderful Scottish man who founded this lifestyle development program called Shape and Foster. So for people out there who want to learn about mental health, fitness, nutrition, yoga, life coaching, then we'll feature that conversation in our next episode, going to be published on Sunday. I think that's the gist of what I got.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Facebook.com/The Anything Show. And Instagram, the handle on Instagram is at Anything Show Francois, Anything Show FRANCOIS. I think going into the new year, me and Mary are going to give away stuff. We're going to give away money to try to entice more people to tune in. Because we figured selling our bodies wasn't going to be good, so might as well sell money.
And of course, that only works locally. You guys are in Vermont. I mean, what are we supposed to do for all my listeners in Pennsylvania? You can just.
Yeah, I don't know if we can sell our bodies in Pennsylvania. Can we do that, Mary? Do you think it's possible to like ship our bodies to Pennsylvania for people to fondle with?
Weird things have happened, John.
Venmo just might be easier.
It might be. But we want to prostitute ourselves, but we're not going to, so we'll give you entertainment instead.
Oh man.
The message we want to go out with, but whatever.
Mary, all the same for you?
I mean, money's money.
Thanks again to Brian Sheehan from the TV Trivia Podcast. Also, Callum McGuigan from Shape and Foster. Find out more about their lifestyle development program at shapeandfoster.com. Until next week, peace out.
Listen to The Anything Show with John Francois on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get podcasts. How does John know how to set up podcasts? Is he that? No, he can't be that smart. Follow on Facebook at The Anything Show and on Instagram at Anything Show Francois. Did you get all that?